What's going on, guys? Today we're going to take a look at Jazz once again against ROK Mixmaster. We're going to check out his gameplay there. And I know I did some on the live stream and we actually got all the way to Sideswipe, so if you guys want to check that out, feel free to go check that out. But if we're able to make it past Mixmaster, we're going to attempt to take on Sideswipe again and maybe we can beat him. But yeah, let's go ahead and go over his abilities real quick and then we'll jump right into the gameplay. So he's got about 3200 max rating at level 50, rank 5, 9324 health, and 1042 attack. I haven't forged this guy at all yet. He's still at 0, and he's unduped, unfortunately, so he's going to stay unduped for a while. His synergies, 8% armor with Ratchet and Grimlock. A lot of people have said like a really good synergy team would be Ratchet and OG Optimus for alliance missions, and I think that team would work really well. He's got role models with Bumblebee, IDW Bumblebee. Bumblebee's heavy attacks gain a 5% attack buff for each alive team member. Interesting. Enemies with G1 Megatron, Starscream, and Bludgeon, 8% attack, and Lieutenant. So each time Jazz avoids all hits in an opponent's special attacks, he gains an attack buff, increasing his attack rating by 8% for the remainder of the fight. It's crazy, man. Kabam did say that there was a cap. I read it on the forums. It was like a 10 attack rating cap or whatever, 10 buff. And for the most part, I think that's broken right now. It goes past 10. I think the highest I got was against Sideswipe, like 28 or something like that. So this guy was doing mad, crazy amounts of damage. But I think even without the cap, or even with the cap at 10, I think this guy's still going to shine really well in like the long extended fights. So you guys will check out his damage, I guess, in a little bit. I guess once I get to like 9 or 10 attack stacks, I guess you guys can better judge like how much damage he's gonna do at, you know, once he's I guess fully powered up, I guess. Let's go ahead and check out his signature ability. So exhaustion. Sometimes it's worth letting a confused opponent tire themselves out. I'm going to read the description once again real quick from the forum. So while confused, opponents have a 100% chance to lose 1.5 to 6% of their current power for each missed attack. If the opponent slips down to a lower bar power, they are confused for 1 second. So while the opponent is confused, while you have them confused with like a heavy, every attack that they miss on you, they're going to lose 1.5 to 6% of their current power. And if they drop, of course, below a power bar, they'll get stunned, which is honestly like really, really nice. So looking forward to be able to dupe this guy. His abilities, confusion, evade, and crit rate buff. His heavy attacks have a 100% chance to confuse the opponent, lowering their attack rating by 20% and increasing their chance to use a special for 6 seconds or until their next special attack ends. So the interesting thing about this, and it really does work, it's amazing. It's an amazing confusion ability, I guess. As soon as you throw it out, the opponent has like a special one already ready. More than likely, they're gonna use it like immediately within those 6 seconds. And during that time, if you use a heavy, I would suggest, you know, backing up a little bit and just baiting it out, I guess. And if you already have the, you know, if you have Optimus, of course, this is gonna really help you in getting those max attack buffs stacking. And if the opponent is not already confused, heavy attacks grant 100% less power to the opponent. So your initial heavy attack, if they're not already confused, it won't give the opponent any power, which is amazing. Avoiding special attacks. If Jazz avoids being struck by the first hit of a special, it grants him a 44% chance to evade all attacks for 6 seconds. So he gets a huge evade buff. And this one actually saved me quite a few times against, what's his name, Sideswipe. So it's an amazing, amazing evade. And every 5 hits on the combo meter will grant Jazz a critical rate buff, increasing crit chance by 7% until he is next hit. So kind of like Sideswipe, this guy, it's every 5 hits. So at 50 hits, you get the max stack of 10 crit rate buffs, which is 70% crit rate, which is amazing. His critical hits have plus 20% damage against stunned opponents. His special attack 1, each hit against a confused opponent has a 20% chance to stun the opponent for 3 seconds, and it's 3 hits. So if the first hit, if the opponent is confused and if the first hit crits and you get lucky with a stun, the next 2 are going to do an extra 20% crit damage if they crit, which is really nice. This guy does crazy damage, guys. Special 2, 100% chance to confuse the opponent, lowering their attack rating by 20% and increase. So it's the same as the confuse heavy. And this attack also locks the opponent's special 3 for as long as they are confused. So for the 6 seconds, the opponent cannot use the special 3. And thanks to that, if they're already confused, they're more than likely to use like a special 2 if they have the power for that, which is really nice. And finally, the special attack 3 inflicts a permanent backfire debuff, dealing 100% of attack as instant shock damage. When the opponent next activates a special attack, this backfire is not removed when the opponent uses a special attack. So basically a permanent barricade backfire debuff, which is amazing. And if you have that Optimus synergy, each attack buff that you get, it also increases like the damage of the backfire every time the opponent uses a special. So yeah, overall Jazz is like extremely amazing, and I'm actually considering like forging this guy up to like 100 later on once I have the resources, because right now I'm starving on gold, which kind of sucks, but yeah, it's the way the game goes, I guess. Let's go ahead and jump into Rulers of Kaon real quick, and we're going to take this team with us. It's going to be Jazz, Optimus Primal for the 10% attack boost, and also Optimus for the, of course, the Lieutenant synergy. Actually, sorry, incoming, yeah, there it is, so Lieutenants. So each time Jazz avoids a special, he increases his attack by 8% for the remainder of the fight. Leadership, 10% attack rating with Primal, 10% attack rating with Grinder, and another 8% with Bludgeon. So this guy's pretty stacked right now, but we're gonna see just how good he does against this Mixmaster. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the commentary, guys. So 1 second. Alright guys, that was a near perfect fight against Mixmaster, except we got tagged there like towards the middle with like a ranged, which was unfortunate, but so close to the perfect. And we're gonna test our luck against Sideswipe. Hopefully this time I can actually beat him, and I think we should be fine. We should be able to beat him. Just gotta keep in mind all his evades, and ever since his recent buff he gets a lot of power really quickly, so just gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, let's see how we do. Alright guys, so Jazz is pretty busted right now. He was doing like over 3,000 backfire damage on Sideswipe thanks to the special 3. And to be honest, I think he's still like extremely good, even if Kabam does fix the attack buff cap. I think he's still really going to shine. I'm not going to go up against this grinder. I'm already late for Alliance mission, so I got to go quit this match, get my OG in there. But we're going to maybe go through it again. I don't think so. If we ever do go through it again, we'll try taking on grinder. I know his crit debuffs are kind of going to hurt Jazz a little bit, but for the most part, he's still going to be gaining attack. He's still going to be doing a lot of damage, and it's not going to stop him from dealing huge amounts with the backfire procs. So overall, I think Jazz is honestly like a really good character. I would put him I don't know, up there with the likes of Prowl and Windblade. The synergy bonuses are exactly what make this guy, and even without the Optimus like synergy, I think I was playing, no, actually never mind, I haven't actually played without the Optimus synergy, but he's still extremely fun to play with. He does a lot of damage, crits often. His only counter of course is the dreaded Bone Crusher. I wouldn't recommend using this guy against Bone Crusher, but for the most part I think this guy can pretty much take down just about anybody. And power lock on special 3, permanent debuff, backfire debuff, confusion, which also lowers attack rating and causes the opponents to trigger a special, is amazing. Bait out the specials, get more attack, all that good stuff. This guy is honestly like really fun to play, and hope you guys share the same thoughts, I guess. So let me know what you guys think of Jazz, and yeah, I'll see you guys again next time.